maybe like I don't know in the future with somebody travel and go by Cusco, I would like to say, yeah, this is where that happened, this is where that happened, but it would mean nothing. It would just be a story for somebody, and for somebody else, it would be a memory. And also, when I told you that, when I wrote on the paper that I'm really afraid of losing my mind, this is something that very much has to do with options and with people. Because, as we said before, we form our identity based on time and place. But also, when the time goes by, looking back, what you see, you have your memory. So, like, it can be like in a, I don't know, a film, it can be photos or whatever. I'm the person who doesn't really have a lot of photos. I don't really like to take photos in the moment because A, I don't want to destroy the moment by stopping it, pausing it to make a photo, and B, I don't want to remember things like as they were exactly because my mind, like memory fades and it recreates events and stuff. So some things are much more beautiful in my mind, and I don't want to go back to the reality of a photo to tell me what was what. But then the thing is that when you're alone and you make struggles, so like for me, for instance, like I met you in Slovenia, certainly in Slovenia. You've never been in Lithuania, you've never been in Greece. So like you miss many important parts of my life. And the thing is that sometimes you're really like thinking like who was with me at the time, like who can I share this story with. And like when I told you before about Sarah getting married, you remember what I told you, damn, I can share the news with you because you know her. Because for some people I need to say this event, I was like, yeah, my ex-roommate. But for you, it's Sarah. It's a person who has a name and she has some attribute to her. And this is incredible because if everything you hear from a person is a story and you've never seen any of that thing, it's even half of what it was in the reality. And also what connects you with the people, it's sharing these moments. So knowing that I share something with you makes me more connected with you, and that's how it goes.
That is one of the benefits and negatives of traveling alone is yeah, you meet all these people abroad who won't necessarily be in your circle in the future, but you can still share. I have so many memories, but some of them I never talk about because they won't appeal to people in the way I'd like it to. The only real appeal would come to the people who I share those memories with. So that's why it is great about doing these Skype podcasts or just video chatting in general is hearing the person's voice and talking about things that, you may have forgotten or I've forgotten. And that's always nice.
But you were nodding your head with the photos, so this means that you're also not this kind of guy, right?
Yeah,
With a
yeah.
photo
I
taking caption.
it's really interesting. I talked to my friend who he's really into photography and he's more into like editing. He really likes the editing aspect. And when he went and did Europe, he took like 25,000 photos, like just an insane amount of photos. And now I'm looking at this with an open mind, whereas my first instinct is that's you took too many photos. You missed out on being in the moment. But I looked at it with an open mind and I learned from talking to him that, there's some photos that he's never even really looked at because he's got so many of them that like it might take him till he's 50 and he'll come across a photo that maybe whether he's never seen or just completely forgot about and really bring him back to that situation. So different from what you're talking about, but I can appreciate both of them because I think it is really cool to see what you look like in the past. Like you actually will, we transform as organisms, right? So, and to who we were spending time with and what we were wearing, and the kind of term I coined was like the photos were still traveling. So if you took that many pictures traveling, and then you look back on them, like they're kind of still traveling until you explore them. But yeah, I'm definitely the person who avoids taking too many photos. I like when other people are taking photos so that I don't have to and I can be in the moment. But I like to try and unplug more from technology. Like YouTube's so easy and accessible, and we can learn something so quickly these days, but it's a lot of screen time, and I'd much rather like read more books and be able to be in the sensory moment more, and like kind of in the old days. I really miss that, where like your parents didn't have cell phones. Like I had a friend over the other night. We're like watching the hockey game, and like he's not normally bad with his phone, like, but it's like a Saturday night, and like people are messaging you. It's like ding ding, and you like got to get back to them, or they like might get mad or like worried, or and it's a really crazy paradox, but where you just don't want to be in front of a screen, but you kind of are forced to or obligated to because other people depend on you for their happiness and their sanity. So my friend said
Yeah, that's
my friend said, yeah, it's good to have like a good self care Sunday to just disconnect for one whole day and like make sure people know that. And yeah, I'm not looking at my phone today or whatever.
but it's crazy. It's like crazy. I think that this was one of the first rules I have with like my close relationships. That it's like there is no thing that you get worried if I don't text back. Like it's not functioning like this. It's not you who tell me when I do what. I send one text a day to say that I'm alive, and that's all. I mean, when I'm traveling and you're worried about me, I understand. It's one text a day. I am alive. I'm goodbye. If you do need that. But yeah, I think that this is totally wrong way of using the communication, and I think it's mostly attachment than love and care. Who am I to judge?
I totally agree, right? And it's good to, like you said, stay a stay a leader and make sure that you're doing what's right for you and how you want to live it, and not following other people's expectations all the time.